DreAllDay.com.
Let's talk about power. Power, influence, the ability to influence a situation, the ability to have impact, the ability to make something happen. That's what power is. Let me explain something to you about power. You can't get into power taking orders. You can't get into power asking permission. You can't get into power having someone or something else tell you what to do, tell you what the rules are, tell you what you can do and what you can't do, tell you how you can and how you can't do it, when you can and when you can't do it. You can't get into power in a position of being a subordinate. This is just a fact. You can't get into a position of doing what you want to do if you got to go through somebody else before you do it. If you got to get permission from somebody else, whether that be your boss, your mom, a business partner, your girlfriend, whoever it is, whatever entity you might have to deal with. You want to get into a position of power in life, this is what you got to do. You got to stop asking permission. You got to stop taking orders from other people. You got to stop waiting for somebody else to tell you what you can do, when you can do it, and how you can do it. And in general, let me give you just a general mindset. I'm going to give you the mindset that I use. And if you didn't understand, everything I talk about in this video is coming from my perspective. This is not just some shit that I seen somebody else talk about and I just said it. I'm talking about what I know from what I've done in my own life. Because you got to respect authority less. If you want to get into a position of power in life, you got to respect authority less. Have less reverence for a person who has a title, or they got a certain job, or they live in a certain town, or they got a certain amount of money, or they got certain friends, or they got a certain uniform on. You gotta have less respect for that shit. I'm not telling you, let me be clear, sometimes people take one little thing that I say and they run with that one thing without getting the whole point. I'm not telling you that any position you're in life, you shouldn't respect the person of authority. Listen, if you're driving and a cop gets behind you and turns the lights on, it would be smart to stop. Keep driving, then you definitely going to jail because you ain't stopped. So you understand what I'm saying. If you live at home with your mom and your mom tell you clean your room, you don't just say, well, fucking I don't respect authority because Dre said it on YouTube, and then have your mom smack the shit out you. You don't want that to happen. Right? You don't go to your coach and be like, well, coach, I know you told me I got to run a suicide, but I don't respect authority, so I ain't doing it. Then you ain't on the team no more, so you can't play ball. That's not what I'm talking about. All right, so everything that I talk about in these videos, I want y'all to understand. You need to understand the spirit of what I'm saying, not the letter of what I'm saying. Meaning, don't just take it word for word and just think that's the gospel. Understand what I mean when I'm saying it. If you don't understand, all you gotta do is rewind the shit and watch it over and over again until you figure the shit out. Because that's your job to figure it out. It's your job to think. I'm not here to think for you. I'm gonna put the game out there. You gotta take the game, work on your game, right? Work on your game by thinking. Thinking is part of working on your game. If you didn't know. I think a lot of people don't know that because a lot of motherfuckers don't think. They just be talking and don't know what the fuck they talking about because they don't think. They hear shit and say it and don't think. They forget the thinking part. So I don't think that applies to you who's watching this. Back to my point. You want to get into a position of power in life, you got to stop letting people tell you what to do, tell you how to do it, tell you where to go. And here's an important thing. Let me give you this in life. You got to learn the skill of discernment. Discernment means being able to look at a situation and know what's really happening besides what's outside of what's being shown to you. Because people will show you things, but that's not what's really happening. Discernment is your ability to look at what's in front of you and be able to diagnose what's really going on as opposed to what somebody's trying to show you. You know, where I live in Miami, I don't know if y'all follow me on Snap, but y'all, if you do follow me on Snap, you remember the story with the security guard in my building who tried to tell me I couldn't be in the pool because the pool wasn't open yet, and how I approached him and we handled that situation that day. And it was on Snap. You didn't see that and then you missed it because I ain't going to put it out again. Maybe later. But even today, I was walking today, I was using this very camera that I'm recording this on, and some punk security guard, different guy, I'm outside, not even at my house. This dude rolls up into me in a golf cart and he's like, yo, you're not allowed to take pictures out here with a professional camera. And I'm like, what? And mind you, I'm in public. I'm not in nobody's building. I'm not on anyone's property. I'm walking like on the sidewalk. And this dude's like, right? I mean, he's working the perimeter of wherever he works. He's like, you're not allowed to take pictures out here with a camera. And y'all can just guess how that conversation went. And that's what led to me. I was thinking about that when I decided to make this video. So I'm telling y'all that story and telling y'all everything I'm telling you here in this video for you to understand something. Most people who present themselves as having power and authority and being able to tell you what to do, what you can do, what you can't do, or threatening you, maybe not in so many words, but with what they might do, most of the time they ain't got power to do shit. Most of the time they ain't got no power to do anything. If you challenge them, they ain't gonna do nothing. And they present themselves as if they would do something because they're used to doing that and it's working. But as soon as you push back against it and say, well, let me see you really do it, they ain't gonna do shit. Like when I dealt with the security guard at the pool of my building, as soon as he saw that I wasn't listening to what he was saying, he ain't had nothing else to say because he was used to talking to people like that and getting away with it. This punk security guard in a golf cart that rolled up on me today making $8 an hour. And shout out to everybody making $8 an hour. No disrespect to none of y'all out there doing it, but if that's what you're making, you can't tell nobody what the fuck to do. Who's making less than that? You ain't got no power. And I didn't say that to the dude, but this is what I'm unconsciously thinking when he rolls up on me. Like, dude, not even in no like cocky kind of way, but motherfucker, you don't tell me what to do. I don't care if he's making $800 an hour. I don't care if he's making $1 million an hour. People don't tell me what to do. And people don't tell me, yo, these are the rules and you got to do this and do that. Like, I just don't live that way. It's always been important to me to put myself in a position where as few people as possible can tell me what to do. That's the position that I want to be in a position where as few people as possible can tell me what to do. Only people who can tell me what to do would be like some kind of government institution if I was to do something wrong. Like, you know, the revenue service could say, yo, you got to pay your taxes. Or the cops could say, yo, put your hands up, put your hands behind your back. You know, something like that. But other than that, like, ain't no regular civilian just going to tell me what I got to do. And that's important to me. I'm not saying that got to be important to you, but I just want y'all to understand my perspective why I'm even talking about this in the video. I don't like anyone being able to tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, asking me questions like I gotta answer them. Like, I answer questions when I fucking feel like answering them, not when I got to. I don't have to do shit. I do what the fuck I want to do. But that's important to me. I don't know what's important to you. But if you want to be, I think for all of us, power is important. Power meaning not necessarily power like you walk in the room and everybody got to bow down to you. That's not the kind of power I'm talking about. I mean power meaning you could do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how, with who, where, why, whatever. That's what I mean when I say power. Just having free will to do as you wish without having to worry about, well, what's this person going to say, what's this person going to think, am I going to get approval from over here? That's what I'm talking about when I say power. And I think everybody wants that in some way, shape, or form. Some people want it more than others. Me, I probably want it more than most people because that's what matters to me. But I ain't, again, you ain't me, I ain't you. You got to figure out what works for you. But I'm talking about this not because it's about me, but because it's about you. Like, everybody wants power in some form. And this is how you got to get it. You got to stop listening to people so much. People who present themselves as being powerful usually ain't really powerful. And this is how you'll find out. All you got to do is push back. When they say something to you, just push back. Like, don't agree to it. Don't do what they say. Don't follow their instructions. And you'll find out that 65 to 85% of people who try to present themselves as if they got power ain't got shit. Because as soon as you don't listen to them, someone who really has power and tells you to do something and you don't do it, they'll do something to hurt your situation. Like, if a cop says, yo, put your hands up and stand still, or put your hands on the car, put your hands on the steering wheel, and you don't do it, the cop could do something to fuck up your situation. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You got a boss, and the boss says, have these papers on my desk, and you don't have the papers on his desk, you get fired from your job. The coach says, yo, run the suicide, and you don't run the suicide, you get kicked off the basketball team. They got past power. Meaning, if you don't do what they say, they could do something to you to put you in a worse situation. Y'all follow me? Someone who doesn't have power will say to do something, but if you don't do it, they can't do shit. And they ain't going to do shit. That's how you find out what people really got. But how you even going to find out if you're so afraid of other people's supposed authority, their posing of being an authority, that you never push back? You'll never find out if you never push back. You got to be willing to push back against people. A lot of times when people they try to present themselves like they this and that, they not fucking that. All you gotta do is push back. Most human beings, I've said this many times, most human beings ain't got no fucking heart. They scared. They go through life scared of other people, scared of what somebody's gonna say, scared of what people's gonna think. More people are afraid of that than afraid of anything. More people are afraid of what people are thinking of than they're afraid of getting killed, actually physically beat up, shot, stabbed. More people just afraid of judgment. There's a lot I can say on this topic, but I ain't gonna keep out here all day. Just get the point. You want power, stop taking orders. Stop listening to so many people. Most of them don't know what the fuck they talking about, and most of them ain't gonna do shit if you don't listen to them any fucking ways. There's a few who will. You gotta develop the skill of knowing who will and who won't. Alright, don't be stupid. Just be smart. Get yourself some power. Work on your game.